Oh, you sure about that? I think something horrible happened to him. And it'll happen to you. Security! Scream your throat bloody. Not a soul's gonna hear you.
Alright, so what you just heard are two pretty rare and obscure voice lines in the gig Guinea Pigs. I found out about them from this user on Reddit, so shoutouts to them. In case you need a refresher, or maybe you're not familiar, this is the gig located at the Biotechnica Hotel in City Center, where you're contracted to dispose of Joanne Koch. And yes, that is how you say that.
Hi, I have an appointment with Mrs. Cook.
Basically, she headed a research program for Biotechnica where they captured nomads from a clan called Red Ochre and used them as test subjects for some antibiotic they were developing. However, most of these clan members died, as many as 70, and it is time to get revenge. Now, in order to get V to say one of these lines, you have to confront Joanne after stealthily wiping out all the security on the penthouse floor and the roof. That is easier said than done, so in this video I'll give you some tips on how to get through this without tripping the alarm. I'll be walking the route post-mission, but I'll cut in some clips of what it actually looks like. So for starters, the shortest route involves taking the door on the right side of the building. You'll then arrive at this room with a guard and a camera. I'd recommend getting a cyber deck if you plan on trying to do this, since there are a buttload of cameras in this mission. Anyways, what's nice about coming in through here is you can use the computer to disable all the cameras on the ground floor. Next, you can exit the room through this door and go straight to the elevator, or you can take out the robots first using a silenced weapon. Surprisingly, this doesn't wake them up, although one of the guards that patrols the lobby area might notice and come and check. You'll have to take them out, otherwise you risk having the alarm triggered. Taking out the robots isn't necessary, but it will make it easier for when you have to leave the hotel. When you arrive on the penthouse floor, there will be 3 guards and 2 robots you need to take care of. The cameras are active on this floor, so you need to watch for them as well, and they are located here, here, and here. The first guard is pretty easy to take down, then there are 2 in the room up ahead. You can either headshot them quickly, use quick hacks, or use the camera outside the room to distract one of them. If you're a netrunner with a high enough level, you can use the quick hack combo of Tier 4 Memory Wipe, any Tier Reboot Optics, and Tier 5 Sonic Shock to knock out enemies. After those guys are down, you can take care of the robots. Now it's time for the roof. It seems scarier than it is because the guards sort of patrol around, but definitely drop a save point here. From the door, there's one on the right, one on the helipad, and 2 on the left. The 2 on the left sort of move together, and those are the ones you have to worry about. There's 2 cameras that give you good views, so netrunners have a major advantage at this section. Aside from that, there's not much more I can tell you, so you'll have to go about this on your own. Once the roof is cleared, you can jump down into Joanne's room or go back downstairs and use the door if you have enough tech to hack it. Make sure to loot the place too. Now this next step is optional, but before confronting Joanne, I wanted to take out all the guards in the lobby to make it easier when leaving. Surprisingly, this doesn't really alert anyone, and even some of the NPCs in the lobby don't really seem to care. Now you have to wake Joanne up so she can try to defend herself about her experiments. To get her to say the first line, you have to let her get up to use the computer to call security.
But at least let me back up the test results for future application.
Fine, do it. But don't pull any stunts, got it?
Security! Security!
Oh, you sure about that? I think something horrible happened to him. And it'll happen to you.
To get her to say the second line, you have to tell her she's gonna die now and let her run away. Then she'll start screaming for security.
Fuck your data. You die here and now.
Security! Security!
Scream your throat bloody. Not a soul's gonna hear you.
Around this point, the alarm will activate and the game automatically enters combat, so any remaining enemies will be alerted. But if you just wait a bit, eventually the combat just stops. I think this happens even if the guards on the ground floor are alive, since they won't take the elevator and can't see you on the 19th floor. Anyways, you can do whatever you want with Joanne. I knocked her out and carried her to the roof to use the dumpster delivery service. Hope the Red Ochre enjoy the package. The last step is leaving the hotel. If you took out everyone on the ground floor, or even just the robots in that one room, you should be able to walk straight out of there. Leave the area and the gig will be completed. I did see 3 new Biotechnica soldiers show up and start investigating after that entire fiasco. Solid work, fellas. And that concludes some interesting and unique dialogue prepared for a pretty specific scenario in the game. Even after hundreds of hours, Cyberpunk is just one of those games that keeps on giving. That does it for this video. Thanks for watching.
I'd like to rent a room for the night. Single bed's fine.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. We are a corporate hotel available only to Biotechnica personnel.
Ah, that's a shame. Nice place.